Salt Bay isn't everyone's bay anymore.
Everyone has started to ban Salt Bay. Salt Bay is being banned everywhere.
If I find out you did it intentionally, I'll rock your world in a way you have no f***ing idea.
Hold up, the Salt Bay guy from the meme has a chain of restaurants? So that's about $8,500 US. $8,500 to eat at a meme restaurant? What next?
Here's the reason I would never go back to Salt Bay's restaurant. We find out the price.
$1,200 for 2 people.
Salt Bay is getting banned from everywhere. Yes, this time the end of Salt Bay is finally going to happen. All his restaurants are getting closed and he can't participate anywhere anymore. His reputation is ruined and now some legal troubles have also come up against him. This time, Salt Bay is in a worse situation than ever before. So is Salt Bay permanently banned from America and Europe? Or is there still some hope? You'll get your answer if you watch till the end. So, as you know, Salt Bay and his Nusret restaurants are now being heavily criticized by people. Salt Bay is no longer an internet celebrity or a celebrated chef like other well-known chefs. Now, videos are surfacing showing Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank issuing warnings about restaurants that overcharge customers, which could make things even worse for Salt Bay's Nusret.
The other day, I split the tab at a very famous place here in Miami. I looked at it. I said, wait a second. This is ridiculous. I know the owner very well. Sure enough, there was an error in there. Triple charges for the wine or whatever it was. So I think it was a valid mistake, but I said, no disrespect, but I'm calling you out on it. I want you to go back. I want you to check out, because I had a whole table. I probably had 25 people at this thing. We cleared it out, and I'm still going to go back. We're still friends. But if I find out you did it intentionally, I'll rock your world in a way you have no f***ing idea.
Right now, people are starting to raise concerns about the high prices and legal regulations of restaurants. No restaurant can set prices and expenses however they want. They must follow the law. But as you know, Salt Bay has always been criticized for his overcharging and high prices. Even in this video, a creator expresses concern about it.
Hold up, the Salt Bay guy from the meme has a chain of restaurants and they cost how much?
When you pay $31,000 to see Salt Bay, but don't eat meat.
So that's about $8,500 US. $8,500 to eat at a meme restaurant? What next? Can't keep doing this. And the funny thing is, that's not even the real Salt Bay. He hires lookalikes to work at different locations. That's not Salt Bay, that's Paprika Bay.
This is now seriously affecting Salt Bay's life and his restaurant business. Yes, Nusret was previously closed in Las Vegas. It got closed and people are already thinking that his closed restaurants might never reopen in that location.
So the Salt Bay Steakhouse in Las Vegas did close, but what nobody's mentioning is that in their statements, they said they plan on focusing on the international markets and then reopening in a new location in Vegas. Now, considering Las Vegas is the most international market I could think of, do I think Salt Bay's coming back to Vegas? Probably not.
So how can Salt Bay actually come back to America? With all the criticism and exposure already revealed, many people are saying that Salt Bay can't make a return anymore. Not only that, his restaurants are facing 7 massive lawsuits. Some even say that all of them might get dismissed, while rumors are swirling that some unresolved issues could still become a major problem for Salt Bay.
Salt Bay has been sued by former employees ranging from waiters to managers to sommeliers for wage theft, discrimination, and labor violations. The former employees describe a toxic workplace full of unpaid overtime, illegal tip sharing, retaliation, sexism, nationality-based discrimination, and way more. These lawsuits have come to public attention.
Salt Bay is actually facing massive backlash from every angle, and his situation won't be easy in the future. As you know, he's trying to make a new move to other places since he can't go broke and his business can't fully shut down. But even with that, it's not going to be easy. After all the controversies swirled across the internet, he's getting rejected everywhere, from customers refusing to visit his restaurants to event organizers not allowing him to participate. Even the Champions League authorities kicked him out of their event. Salt Bay is being rejected from everywhere. Not only that, after his controversial behavior at the World Cup final, touching the trophy and acting shady on the field, he was publicly criticized, and now, with the next World Cup approaching, people are already reminding everyone that Salt Bay is actually banned from entering.
You know, this is a moment, this is like, you know, on your wedding day, you have some wedding crasher come and like, I want a picture with you, even though you want to celebrate with your people, right? Like, look, this is a big moment for the team, and then, like, FIFA's investigating how this happened, what this happened. Well, guys, the calls are coming from inside the house, because apparently this Salt Bay dude is really good friends with FIFA president Gianni Infantino, and there's all these photos of them two socializing and whatever. So it seems like that's what everyone's jumping to the conclusion that maybe that's how he felt he had access to this field, because I'm friends with the president of FIFA. Of course I can take your trophy and grab your arm and do all of this stuff. So it is, but it is absolutely disrespectful. It's showing how this, like, how the era of social media influence and Instagram and taking photos photos for clout is just taking away any decorum or respect.
When a man gets destroyed, the controversies can destroy him from all sides, and that's exactly what's happening with Salt Bae. He's not only banned from FIFA and sports events, but his restaurants are also facing bans and closures. As you know, Salt Bae built a styling brand, and many people used to copy him, but the era of this ritual and trend is over. People are no longer buying into it.
Went to Salt Bae's restaurant, and my fiancé was not going to let that man feed me.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Food critics and experts have started heavily criticizing Salt Bae and his shady actions, and his reputation is taking a massive hit. Creators who have visited Salt Bae's restaurants are now saying they will never go back. Just watch this clip.
Here's the reason I would never go back to Salt Bae's restaurant. You see, me and Nick DiGiovanni arrived in the restaurant all happy, and then we find out the price.
$1,200 for 2 people?
Me and Nick went ahead and ordered it. And I mean, it just tasted like a regular steak. So I went ahead and cooked my own. I seasoned mine with salt, freshly ground black pepper, and garlic powder. Then I went ahead and took it outside and cooked it on the grill. But that was missing one ingredient, gold. And guess how much this cost me? $8. And I was able to cover the whole steak with it. Now the big question is it better?
It makes 0% difference.
I'm with Angel on this, you know. I can't taste the difference.
Can you just imagine? People are literally making steaks at home, covering them with $8 gold foil anyone can buy on Amazon, and saying that it's no different from Salt Bae. So why would anyone go to Salt Bae's restaurant? This is the worst humiliation for Salt Bae and his food quality ever. If this kind of mockery keeps spreading online, and celebrities like Gordon Ramsay are publicly criticizing how this, then it's only a matter of time before more of Salt Bae's restaurants shut down.
Come on, Salt Bae. Salt Bae does not have a pot belly. I'll behave. I'd never trust you seized my burger.
So after all the criticism, Salt Bae's restaurants all over the world are shutting down. You might be surprised to know which ones have already closed their doors. For example, his restaurants in New York and Miami have been shut down. Also, some branches in London and Istanbul are no longer operating, and even certain locations in Dubai have closed.
Remember Salt Bae's restaurant? And this guy had videos of him cutting up steak and drizzling salt all over the steak. And where is it now?
Remember the person who called the police because they didn't want to pay the insane overpriced food bill? That incident is just one example of the chaos. Now almost all his restaurants are desperately shutting down, and it's not even guaranteed that the remaining ones will survive much longer. The situation is getting worse every day. So I think if Salt Bae tries to open new restaurants or start new businesses, he still won't easily make money by scamming people, because people don't like him anymore. They know all about Salt Bae's scams and are actively boycotting him.
Salt Bae is actually unofficially banned in the public's mind, and everywhere he goes, his presence is now treated like trash at big events. His style and behavior are being heavily criticized, and even his high prices are coming to an end. People are talking about it, and his restaurants are getting shut down or banned. It won't be long before Salt Bae might actually be banned from entering America. Is that really happening or not? Let me know what you think.